So they recently, I guess they passed a law where you can't get tobacco products uh, under 21 years old. So it's the same age as when you can finally go buy beer and alcohol and stuff. But, and I know this just because I tried to go get some fucking vape juice, and they're like, not happening, bro. So, I don't understand it, but I can see a point in it, but it does kind of piss me off.
Okay. Well, let me pose this question. I don't drink, I don't smoke. This law does not affect me. If the law didn't affect you, would you care at all? I know how you are. If it didn't affect you, would you care?
No.
All right. So that's where when I want you to think, because I can't really talk about this as much as you can because it's not affecting me as much. When you talk about this, I want you to understand you need to do it from a perspective of you use tobacco products. You are not old enough to buy them. What do? You also need to look at it as, if I didn't use tobacco products, would my life be different? Because in my mind, what it's giving you, it's just giving you one more thing to worry about. Another thing to stress about. Oh, I can't buy tobacco now. How am I going to get nicotine? How am I going to do this? How am I going to vape? I vape all the time. How am I going to get vape juice? I'm not saying you're addicted or anything, but I just want you to think about that in your head as you say what you're about to say.
So I will say that I am addicted because I vape juice that has nicotine in it.
What milligram do you use?
I use 3. And it has made me this law has made it where I have to go get snuff now because it's easier to get snuff than it is to get fucking vape juice, because I go to a strictly vape store to get the stuff, and they know me.
Obviously, they're not going to sell it to you.
Yeah, and they know me. So they know how fucking old that I am. So I have to go into a gas station now and be like, so my birthday is 3/7/98. Yeah, 98. Yeah, 98.
Instead of 3/7/99.
Yeah. Another thing is, I do see what the point was in doing it because it does make sense. I looked it up because I was really curious. A lot of people are like, 18, you're at the age where you can go to war, but you can't drink, or now you can't fucking chew snuff or smoke or anything. But here's the thing, okay? Because I did look this up.
I think you're about to say what I'm going to say.
You, on base, like in barracks,
you can buy it.
You can, do that stuff. Outside, I thought that on the outside you'd be able to use your military ID to do it, but that's not how it works.
No, you have to be on barracks. My wife works on a military base, so, but I mean, they won't sell it to her. And she thought, oh, that meant, okay, nobody can do it. No, if you're stationed there, it's different. The law, it's like a grandfather law almost, where that's like a reward that you get, is that you get to cause yourself cancer because you joined the military.
Now, here's the thing. I want to kind of tiptoe around this. Have it written down here somewhere.
Oh, right, but is it still on the same topic, or is it transitioning?
It's still on the same topic because from what I read, you can still get tobacco products at 18 by showing your military ID outside of the barracks. That's from just what I read, but it doesn't work that way with alcohol.
No, it's never worked that way with alcohol. Well, here's the point I want to make. With the alcohol versus tobacco. First, I'm going to ask you a question, just yes or no, or not yet. Just answer it. Don't add anything to it. What is worse, tobacco or alcohol?
That's a tough topic because it's going to feed into something else, but just to sum it up, I don't think. Oh man, that's a really strong topic. If I say this,
well, for right now, just pick tobacco or alcohol. You don't have to explain your opinion yet. Just pick it, because I got somewhere I'm going with this.
I would say nicotine.
Okay. Here is where our opinions differ. You can smoke a cigarette. You can smoke 50 cigarettes and be okay mentally and physically. Your motor skills aren't impaired at all. You could, like, if you never drank before, you could drink 3 beers and be completely drunk and go out here and try to drive and hurt somebody or kill yourself. You could get alcohol poisoning. I don't know. Can you get nicotine poisoning?
You get sick. You just throw up.
You
But
get sick.
yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this out here
All right,
because
go ahead, pitch it. I'll catch it. Maybe, I don't know.
no,
Somebody else
it'll probably piss you off. Because you might have experience.
I'm not
or
an
something.
angry person.
Um,
You're not Jacob.
I don't think that you can get addicted to alcohol, and I was looking at it more of like a long-term thing because you get addicted to nicotine, then you have to keep on going back and doing it. But I've drank quite a few times, and I don't crave drinking. I don't. I don't I actually have just swerved.
Past the
doing-
alcohol and
Yeah,
parked in nicotine lane.
I swerved past like a lot of different parties and stuff like that because I don't like drinking alcohol. It doesn't taste good.
It doesn't appeal
and
to
I
you.
don't like it. And like I said, I have drank quite a few times, but it still just hasn't
It's not
appealed to me.
something that's
I've
for
gotten
you.
drunk and stuff, but I don't think that that's something that would affect you in the long term like nicotine would.
Okay, well, again, it all boils down to how much you use it on both sides. Doing it once probably won't hurt you. I can't say it won't, but it probably won't hurt you. Alcohol, for you to say that you can't be addicted to alcohol is...
I said I don't think, but
Well,
I know that there's people that have like they go to AA and do all that
Okay,
stuff, but
but
I just don't understand.
I think... Okay, well, here, let me try to shed some light on you because my family has a history of alcoholism.
That's why I was trying to.
My aunt suffered from it. She died from it. My uncle suffered from it. Died from it.
Your aunt,
My grandmother's
Rosie?
sister. No, my
Rose?
grandmother's sister.
Okay.
My uncle is an alcoholic. I don't even... last I heard, he was in jail. I don't even know if he's out. He might be dead. I don't know. I should probably ask somebody about that. My cousin, alcoholic. My pap used to run a bar. He was never an alcoholic, never drank. He just ran a bar. My mother was an alcoholic. Like, for you to sit there and say to me that you think you can't get addicted to alcohol is ignorant in my part. Not ignorant in the fact, oh, I think you're a bad person because I think you haven't seen it to understand it yet. And I think I can explain it to you. It really does have an effect. It's like anything else. You can be addicted to anything. You can be addicted to drinking water. And addiction is first a mindset and then a physical dependence. Most of the time, when you look at somebody who drinks, they've had a lot of pain in their life.
Can I
Yeah,
butt
go
in real
of
quick?
course.
It sounds like you're explaining it to a degree of addicted to it, as in addicted to the way it makes you feel, instead of like nicotine. It doesn't, at least for me, maybe I've been doing it for too long. It doesn't make me feel any sort of way. It's just my head gets hot when I don't fucking have it.
And here's
you know
what
I'm
it is.
saying? So you're not addicted to the alcohol. You're addicted to the way the alcohol makes you feel. Is that what you're saying?
Well, almost. With the nicotine, at some point, it did make you feel a certain way. That's why you kept doing it. Now you've built up.
You can't say that.
Well,
because
tell me,
it's
why if it didn't do anything for you.
It feeds into the Juul thing, with like, they're trying to appeal to kids because of the fucking the flavors and stuff. I like
appearance.
the way it tastes and stuff.
Same
like
with
that.
a vape.
That's what I'm talking
Skittles. About. You said Juul.
I just know that Juul had like a lawsuit, and you can sue them if you're under the age.
Beyond that, we don't know enough about it to talk about it. So.
Okay, so yeah, so I didn't do it because I liked the way it made me feel, because it didn't make me feel any sort of way.
Why did you do it to begin with?
Because it tasted good.
Mm-hmm. But there's so many people that start off smoking cigarettes. There is a such thing as a nicotine high. I didn't mean it as that's why you did it. I'm saying there is a nicotine high. It does it relieves stress. It does those things. And I've smoked cigarettes before, only like 4 times, and it was like 1 cigarette each time. But I just got so stressed out. I was like, I need something. Everybody in my family smokes. I'm gonna do it. I did like 2 or 3 cigarettes out the pack and threw it away. And it did relieve stress, but I knew better in that I can't do this. This isn't me. It's not who I am. I don't need it. In the debate versus the alcohol,
Can we take a sidebar right there? Because it just reminded me of something. You said cigarettes. What about vape? Did you do it when? I don't know if Carrie still does it.
Yeah, no, I vaped.
Okay, so on that side of things,
That was more.
If you knew that you shouldn't have been like doing the cigarettes thing, why did you let her? Or why didn't?
Well, here's the
do
difference.
anything about...
Here's what I'm going to say. When I vaped, I did it as zero nicotine. I did it, how you said, for the flavor. And here's my question to you. If you were doing it for the flavor, why did you put nicotine in your juice when you could have got the same feeling without nicotine?
Now, here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Explain. Answer the question.
The thing is, when I started doing it and I eventually built up to like an addiction to it, I had no idea on vapes or anything. Like
there was no education.
I wasn't in it for the hobby at the point, because I at a point I got into it for the hobby and I was building coils for everybody and stuff like that. When I started, the only juice that I could get was gas station fluid that somebody bought for me, because I started when I was like 15 or 16. So, and plus Vapor Hut wasn't even a thing.
So at that point you took what you could get, and at most time it had nicotine.
And that nicotine
was
that
strong.
Really, it was like
12,
32 milligrams.
32? Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So that answers my question on that. But to the point of the alcoholism, I will say this: nobody's family gets destroyed by nicotine. People's families get destroyed by alcohol. And that is a huge deal with the alcohol versus nicotine debate. You're not going to smoke a pack of cigarettes and, beat your kids because of it. You might drink a case of beer and get angry and violent and beat your kids and beat your wife. So that's where the effects, the cause are pretty similar. You drink to relieve stress. You smoke to relieve stress or for an addiction. And with you saying, you're not addicted to the alcohol. Well, nobody's addicted to nicotine. Nobody's addicted to alcohol. They're addicted to how it makes them feel. Either when they have it, they love that feeling, or when they don't have it, they hate that feeling, which is for cigarettes, it's more the latter, when they don't have it. With alcohol, there's people who don't have it and they get shakes, they get angry, they get jittery, and then when they have a beer, half a case of beer, they're good. But I think at the end of the day, for me, I would think cigarettes should be 18 or 19. They shouldn't be any lower than 18. Now, some people say, it should be 16. No. I don't. Like I said, it doesn't affect me. At the end of the day, I don't care what the age limit is. I don't use nicotine. I don't use alcohol. I don't care at the end of the day. But to quantify it as saying nicotine is as bad as alcohol is.
I was just looking at it as the long term, because that's something that you get dependent on.
But they're the same in that. Yeah, they're the same.
And like you said, I don't have any experience with the
alcoholism.
Yeah, with the alcoholism. Yeah. But I guess you could say along with that,
just take your time, breathe. I don't want you to see something you don't mean, so just take your time. This is a very, it's not necessarily a sensitive subject in the way we're talking about it, just friends, talking about it together, but it is a sensitive subject for some people to hear.
So what do you think about the benefits of having it at not getting like cigarettes, tobacco products until age 21? Because the only benefit that I see of them doing that, and I think that it all leads back to the Juul thing, where the kids were getting it and doing it in fucking elementary school. I'm sure, I don't know if you saw those videos, but I saw videos of little kids doing that and shit. I feel like it would make it harder for those kids to get it, because at 18 you're still in high school and stuff. So
not
like
always.
Little freshmen,
not always. So I graduated at 17.
I graduated at 18. So, just as an example, let's say you're 18 in like senior,
you're senior, and there's freshmen who are coming to you to buy cigarettes for them and snuff.
That it cuts it out.
Yeah.
But you could just make that 19. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, though, and that's where I'm with you. Where I think maybe 19 or even just 20 would be a better age, because you can, like I say, I'm not going to use, oh, you can go fight for your country. Yeah, you can, but that's not that's not the point I'm going to use, because there is that caveat with the grandfathering in and all that stuff. You can buy a car at 18. You can get a lease for a car. You can get a mortgage at 18. You can buy a house at 18. But you better not leave your house and your leased car to go buy cigarettes. Like, those are all, like, you can go to college, you can get hundreds of $1,000s in loan debt, you can do all that, but you can't buy cigarettes. You can't buy alcohol.